So directly behind me lies a coastline called the Chittagong Abzalia, a place where capitalism goes to die. But what do I mean by that, you ask? Well, think of all your major exports in the world. China, America, Germany, Japan, and so on. How do they export their goods? Well, on giant fucking ships. But what do they do with those ships when they're no longer in use? Well, my friend, they end up exactly over the yonder, to rot, to slowly be dismantled, and shipped away for whatever goods they may have left in them. So today we're going to go to that coastline and go for a little gander, a fun little adventure to see what we can find. Now, the place is heavily restricted. They do not want people going, especially foreigners, sticking their heads and trying to take photos and videos. Why? Because the place is extremely dangerous. The people are exposed to toxins from dismantling the ships. They have no proper safety gear. Now, that is changing because people were talking about it a little more. And that's why it's so heavily restricted now. But we all know that the people are not getting paid enough and they're exposed to a lot of dangers. But there's no guarantee that any of this will work out, but what I can guarantee is that I'm going to try my best. So we have arrived at one of the shipyards. Found a gentleman who's going to walk us around to see what we can see, and then another gentleman right here is going to take us on a little boat ride. So this should be fascinating. Pure craftsmanship. I love this. So in the intro of my video, I said this is where capitalism goes to die, but that was a complete lie. Hello, brother. Initially, I thought this was more of a dumping ground. People would, like giant companies would just pay Bangladesh, just take the ships off their hand.
How are you?
Good, brother. How are you? That's a nice ring. Very nice. So, what ends up actually happening is that the shipyards here buy the boats because the situation in Bangladesh is that they can't really acquire a lot of steel. So they end up benefiting a lot from the economy ends up benefiting a lot from buying these ships for about $500 a ton per steel or whatever the weight of the ship is. I'm not too sure. Check this out. Oh no, I'm caught in a net. What's fascinating is that these ships are completely recycled, where everything they take off is reused. Doors, the wiring, the engines, obviously the steel, the copper, anything that can be reused, they will reuse it. They actually end up profiting anywhere from $1 million to 2 or 3, depending on what they can salvage. And that's pretty incredible. According to the research, they're getting anywhere from 200 ships more a year. In 2024, I think they were saying there was 250 to 400 ships scrapped. That's a mass profit. So economically, they're profiting, but environmentally, it is exploitation because it's still a cheap way to get rid of the ships where the other countries like America, China, yada yada, they don't have to deal with it. So let's take a little look. Oh, stunning. The guy was offering to do the boat wanted way too much money, and just because I look like I have money, it doesn't mean I have money. So I'm gonna handhold this. I found a shipyard. Hello, brother. I don't know how far in I can get, but I'm gonna try to sneak in and see a little more of the shipyard. Well, I was hoping I wasn't gonna bring a crowd, but I have a posse following me, which is kind of funny. Hello, brother.
Hello.
I need a boat.
Yes.
Do you know anyone with a boat? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a beautiful spot though. You okay, darling? You okay? Behind me is probably as close as I'm going to be able to get to a scrapping yard. The gentleman told me here if I get too close, he'll try to shoot me. It's completely restricted, but as you can see, they're stripping it piece by piece, and it's pretty methodically done. Obviously, I can't get close in to see how the people are treated, but from what I've seen, it's the second or third place I've been to. People are wearing hats, they got some hazard gear.
Oh, yeah. I don't want it to go over.
Hey bro, long shot.
Long shot, I can't do that.
Yes, long shot.
That's too close.
By Nielsen, bouncing puck, Edmund turns and shoots, he scores!
Fun little news of information. You see this right here? This is all cow shit. They have it all along, and it's used for fuel. They take the cow shit, they squish it down, they dry it so they can cook easily. Ain't that some fun information today? Bye, brothers! Hello. Very nice kids. Boo. Didn't mean to spook ya. Did you think we were done? No, honey. You little silly goober, we're just getting started. So I came back to Dhaka because there's another boat scrapping yard here, and I was unsatisfied knowing that we didn't really get a close look. Now, this yard is a lot smaller than it is in Chittagong, but as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but what I can see is that it's just an open field where we can explore and get close to the beasts that prowl the waters. My eyes still hurt because I broke my glasses, but hey, what are you gonna do? Woo! Woo! Hello! We got some scrapyard kids, scrappy little ones. Hello! Candy. I ain't got candy. What do I look like, the candy man?
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada.
Canada, brother. This is nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Record.
Should I go this way or that way? That way? Hell yeah.
Your country?
Wow. Welcome to the scrapyards, boys and girls. Wow. Jack, I'm flying. It's a Titanic reference, if you didn't know. So I'm on top of this random shrapnel of a boat, and I found this little kid who came up to me and he's like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. Turns out this little boy, this little kid, he's a gaming YouTuber.
Yeah.
What's your channel name?
MD Ali Gamer.
MD Ali Gamer. Love that, thank you, buddy. You're welcome to hang out if you want. I feel like I'm on a playground. Wow. So unfortunately, it's a Friday, and Friday means most people have their days off. So whatever workers are here, they're gone. Except for this man who lives here. Hello, brother. Hello, can I come in? I found somebody's home on the boat. Very cool. Wow. What's your name, brother? Very good. So, what? I just cleaned my shoes because they smelled like fish. Dude, these ships are crazy. Whoa. Looks good. Clean. Found another boat. Holy. Well, there's not much more going to be to this video. I just wanted to show you a close-hand view of the boats that are being scrapped, how they're being used. And as you can tell, a lot of the boats in this proximity are being used for homes. And, you know, that's efficient. So I think that's going to be the end of my boat scrapping yard video. I hope you're happy I came back to Dhaka to get a little more closer view of these miraculous little vessels. Anyways, the locals are kind of giving me the fishy eye, so I think it's getting a little too dangerous for me to walk around with my camera, so I gotta put it away. I'll let it end. So, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed a little closer view of scrapyards. Until next time. I love you.